Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you this afternoon, I guess you could say, for a album review. And this is for the new Asking Alexandria album that I guess I'm gonna start with first. For this new Friday upcoming releases for new albums, which is for See What's on the Inside that I just got done listening to just now. So I'm going to discuss what I listened to for this new Asking Alexandria album and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this review. Now, I actually thought the last album was pretty good. This one, yes, it has some heavy roots, but majority of the songs can be a bit of a problem. Like, I wouldn't say majority, I would just say a few songs. I'm trying to recorrect myself. Please forgive me on that. The intro track was very good to open this album. And then comes Alone Again, and Alone Again was fine. Not my favorite song, but it was an alright song to really start the record. Faded Out was not really a favorite single of mine, or a favorite song of mine. I think it's going to be a single, or they're going to make a music video for it, or something like that. I don't know for sure. Never Gonna Learn, I really quite enjoyed Danny's vocals in that song. It sounded really good. There's one part in there I really liked at the beginning of the chorus. And it sounded really good, and I was like, okay, I'm feeling for it. But majority of the song did very good, so 5 out of 5 I'd give it. If I Could Erase It was really good song. I enjoyed it personally. Find Myself was good. It was a very good song. It did have some mellow points in it, but for what it went for, I didn't hate it that much. You Made It This Far was very good. Or You've Made It This Far, I meant to say. Very good track. The title track, of course, is an absolute uh, good song, I guess you could say. It's very mellow, but there are some drum work in it, but it's mostly very melodic, I guess you could say, of a song. It's a really mellow track, and I guess that's what their intention was for that song. Misery Loves Company was a really good song. The Gray was the last best song that I really enjoyed to close this album out. Fame, I found a little bit of cringe in that song. Nothing that I hated, it's just, yeah, it was an alright song. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like The Gray as much, to be honest. Um, Misery Loves Company was very good, but getting back on topic, The Gray, there were some weak moments in it, and then there were some strong points in it with Danny singing. It sounded really good, and the chorus part of the song was really good, so I quite enjoyed the chorus more than I enjoyed the verses, so maybe a 4.5 out of 5 I'd stick with for The Gray. It's not a bad song, it's just, I don't know, it's not my personal favorite song. If you can understand where I'm coming from. In my own opinion, I think this album was good. Not fantastic, but good. Um, it's a little bit of a step down from Like a House on Fire, uh, which I enjoyed that album more than kind of this one. This one's like the shorter version of Like a House on Fire, which I enjoyed the length time of Like a House on Fire. Even though it was like 52, 53 minutes long for that album. Maybe like 51 minutes or something like that. I can't remember what, but this album is not their worst album, but it's a good album. Uh, for what it went for. There was some heavy stuff in it, but they moved on from being metalcore to really like melodic rock slash hard rock, I guess you could say. That's what their sound is going for nowadays. That's the sound they're going for nowadays, I should have said. But overall, I think Asking Alexandria's new album, See What's on the Inside, was a good listen. I would recommend checking this album out when it comes out at midnight tonight. Um, I wouldn't consider this to be my personal favorite album, but it's good for what it is. It did a good job. Um, just certain songs I wasn't sure if I was feeling for, like The Gray, Fame. Mostly Fame was my. I like the screams in it, but the way that he says the word sex in the song, that's where I had a cringe moment. And Faded Out and Alone Again were my least favorites too. I didn't hate Alone Again. It was not a bad song. It just was my least favorite. If you can understand where I'm coming from. In my personal opinion, it's my least favorite. But for a score, I'm going to give Asking Alexandria's album, See What's on the Inside, an 8 out of 10. This was a good listen. Like I said, I would recommend checking this album out when it comes out tonight. I was able to find it early because I downloaded it and then I listened to this album. Because you have to download it in order to listen to the album right now, of course. But anyways, comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the new Asking Alexandria album, See What's on the Inside, if you've heard it. This is the long-awaited album. I'm glad they only released 2 songs for this album, the intro track and Alone Again, because if they released one more single for it, I don't know. It would have been fine, but don't try to overhype the album is what I'm saying, which they didn't do that, so that's good. If you did like this album review, hopefully you did, for this Asking Alexandria to See What's on the Inside review, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can, support the channel. I'm actually going to be going to work soon. I just wanted to return to you for this review before I did go to work. And I am starting now to not eat any sugars right now. Just staying away from that so I can lose a bit of weight. Because I gained too much weight, honestly, over the past year or two. Sorry, I just thought I heard a thumping noise for a moment. That was so weird. But yeah, I hope you did enjoy this album review for Asking Alexandria, See What's on the Inside. I did the best I could to make it as good as possible. I will return to you for Wage Wars Manic album review, then JoJo's, I think it's Trying Not to Think About It EP review, or whatever she's calling it. And finally, Yes, The Quest album review. So definitely tune in for those next 3 album reviews or EP or whatever. I hope you enjoyed this album review for Asking Alexandria, See What's on the Inside. I did the best I could to make it as good as possible. Stay safe, take care, and as always, I will see you in my next review.